I think it'll be a good fight.
I'm excited with Matias.
Paro's a southpaw, which can always be tricky for an orthodox fighter.
Like you say, he is the danger man of this division.
But the Australians we know are tough.
Matias has got more to lose, to be fair.
Well, I think that's why they're saying he's the most dangerous guy, because he makes you quit.
Knockout artist, even though he's a skill, he puts pressure on you.
But I think it's a good experience for his journey.
Matias, 7th round KO.
Matias, 8th round KO. Welcome back to BoxCast. Today we're going to be discussing the upcoming super lightweight or junior welterweight title fight between Subriel Matias and Liam Paro. And it's going to be in Puerto Rico. It's on the same day. It's on June the 15th as the two previous videos we'll have done. Tank Davis and Benavides fight. But yeah, I think it's enough of an interesting fight because the super lightweight division is quite stacked. So I'll do the tail of the tape. We got Subriel Matias. He's Puerto Rican. He's got 21 fights, 20 wins, 20 knockouts, one loss to I think a very close points decision, which he revenged and he KO'd the guy in the next one in his second fight. He's 32 years old. He's 5 foot 8 inches tall, 173 centimeters. He's got a 71.7 inch reach, 182 centimeters. He's orthodox. He's got a 100% KO record in the fights he's won. And then, like I said, there's that one loss, but he avenged that. And he's fighting Liam Paro, who's Australian, one of our Australian upcoming fights. He's 24 fights, 24 wins, 15 of them by KO, but a 63% KO percentage. He's slightly taller. He's 5 foot 9 inches, 174 centimeters, and he's got a slightly smaller reach in 70.9 inches, 180 centimeters. But basically, it's pretty similar in height and reach. And he's 28 years old, so he is the younger man. And this is, as we said, a super lightweight or junior welterweight, which is 140 pounds, 63.5 kilos. Yeah, Simon, thoughts on this? I'm looking forward to seeing Subriel Matias. He's the danger man in that division. By BoxRec, he's the numero uno ranked as well. And then there's Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez.
If you go on BoxRec for his KOs, I think 8 of them are RTDs, retired.
Yeah. He is dangerous.
Ring doctor stopped there, corner, threw the towel in.
I think that's why they're saying he's the most dangerous guy, because he makes you quit.
Yeah. Big fight for him.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him. I haven't seen that much of him, but obviously seen a few of his flash love KOs or retirements that he's caused.
Tough fight against Liam Paro, though.
Yeah. Liam Paro's number 10th ranked on BoxRec. And I think he's going, I'll get his, where he is in...
He's got 15 KOs. His biggest win was against Montana Love, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. He's 5th in the IBF ranking. But not so much. I mean, most of his fights haven't been huge, but obviously he's up and coming. He's the younger guy getting in towards his prime. He's a southpaw as well, which is...
Is this like a George Kambosos?
Yeah. Possibly.
Fairy tale story.
Well, we know the Australians like their fights as well, and the ones who have won, Kambosos has done, and they've got a huge, they get huge events and like stardom over there. So yeah, it's an opportunity to step up. It's huge, but again, you're against a very, 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 very dangerous fighter.
It's quite avoided Matias, isn't he?
Yep. I think I mean, as I've said, they're like stacked. Like I said, this Subriel Matias is on number 1, Devin Haney number 2, Teofimo Lopez number 3, Isaac Cruz. We're fans of Isaac Cruz's method. Haney, you're a fan of. Big Lopez is, we have a lot of fans who like Lopez. And then there's Catrall's in this division, although he's down at 12th, so Paro's rated higher than Catrall.
Yeah,
we've seen him.
That would like WBA?
No, this is the BoxRec one, so I would say Catrall's probably higher than that.
Catro's in the top 5.
Yeah. I think after those, he's in that
Catro's
conversation.
in the top 5. Thing is, Matisse, he's got to win this if he wants them mega fights next.
Yeah. Well, if we obviously we want to see unifications and undisputeds in this, I think
this is a matchroom show, isn't it?
It could be. That's not coming up on here.
Sure, this is a matchroom show.
I think Matias is a matchroom.
Yeah, I think Paro is as well.
It's on the zone, so yeah, I would expect so. Do you want me to search it while you're speaking? You continue your point.
It's a tough fight. Both. Paro's not going to be scared, I tell you that for a fact. Just that Australian mentality. They're just not scared.
You've got to admire it, haven't you?
That goes all the way back to like Michael Katsidis.
Subriel Matias' matchroom. And I'll check the other one going up while you.
And the thing is being at matchroom, Matias, he wins this. There's massive fights after it. Haney, Catrol. If he wins in style, he, like you say, he is the danger man of this division, apparently. Big puncher, wears you down, takes away your soul, takes away your heart.
Yeah, Paro is a matchroom as well. Yeah. That's why it's been made. So yeah.
It's a tough one to call. But Matisse, he's got skill as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a skilled fighter.
You know, a lot of people are just saying he's this knockout artist. He's a skill. He puts pressure on you.
But when he lost to Petros Thananian in 2020, isn't it? And it was really close, 94-95, 93-96 and 94-95, a 10-round fight. So unanimous decision, but like if you're looking, it's a 1 round. All right, one's got 3 rounds, but 2 of the judges had it by 1 round. I think then he's re-fought.
Wasn't he knocked down as well, Matisse?
Yeah, he was knocked down in round 7, which is probably the one that skipped that to the other way. Then he's re-fought him in 2022.
And just destroyed him.
And 89-81, 89-81, 88-82, and then he's retired in the 9th round. He's knocked him down. So it's a pretty convincing, thing.
I like this fight. It's a good fight.
As we said, the Australians are tough, and
Puerto Ricans are tough anyway.
Not the same level of resume, but still.
The thing, whoever wins this does go on to mega things. They really, really do. There's massive fights after this.
Yeah.
For the end of the year.
Paro's a southpaw, which can always be tricky for an orthodox fighter. Height and reach, like I said, they're pretty similar, so it's not a big thing. It's how well he can box, because the problem is whilst he's got a few KOs, he's not a huge KO, so he's not going to be a huge puncher, although you never know. But, he maybe just he boxes hasn't needed to. But against a really big puncher like Matias, who's dangerous and making you retire, wearing you down with pressure, you've got to have something in the locker. You need a Tank Davis equalizer.
Yeah, I think with Matias,
it's a tough fight.
He just, like I say, he takes away your soul, doesn't he? And he hits you hard enough that you don't want to throw back at him.
It's a bit better BF style, isn't it? Yeah. They're just, you can be brilliant, but if you can't, if he doesn't respect your power, it's a very, very tough night. You've got to have a ridiculous skill, a la Bivol or somebody, to really keep people like that away. You don't even know if you could do it. So, yeah, I think it's a tough fight. But yeah, I think, the Australians we know are tough, and
they are,
and they have pulled surprises out before. Do you expect one here?
No.
I think Matias by KO. But I think it'll be a bit more, about around 8 or 9.
Thing is, Matias has got more to lose, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, he's the champion in this. Is a IBF
obviously he's got more to lose because he can lose the belt. If Paro loses, he can come back, and
it's no shame in losing to the guy. Innit? He's still it's good experience. I mean, obviously, depending on how he acquits himself, it could just put him on the radar anyway because you go,
again,
he's
it's
number
one
one
of
or
them.
he's number 10. He's still in the conversation, and he's young enough to bounce back from it.
But I think Matias is on that fringe. Is he elite level or is he world level? We don't quite know yet, do we? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got power, but can he take out one of the big boys?
Yeah.
We don't know because he hasn't fought any of them.
Well, to be fair, none of them have fought each other. So
no,
in this division,
that's what I mean.
Said,
but that's why
he needs to win this, and then there's the fights. Because obviously we're fans of Isaac Cruz. He's pretty hard to see how he gets knocked out, and his ferocious pressure is really, really good. Then there's Tiafimo as well in there, and then Devin Haney as well. And Devin Haney has the boxing skill, probably of that. Of those four, Haney's probably the skill guy. Matias is the power guy. Cruz is the relentless forward-going pressure, and does have a bit of power as well. And then you got Lopez, who has a bit of power and stuff as well, and a bit of skill.
Don't discount Jack Catterall.
Yeah, well, I'm a big fan of Jack Catterall, isn't it? I would like to see him in that conversation, and I think he's probably 5th on that list of people. I think he's just outside them. But I think he could beat one or two of those guys.
Jack Catterall's a bloody nightmare to fight.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
I think he has the skill to beat a Lopez. I'm not sure he's got more skill than Haney, although that would be a good fight. We'd find out in a fight. I think he's there. He's got a chance. Against this guy, again, we need to see. Really needs to see what he's does with Paro. But I think Catterall is in that, on skill level, is in that conversation with any of those four, would you say?
Definitely. Definitely.
Josh Taylor isn't on the list anymore.
So he shouldn't be.
I would have thought he'd been undisputed. So
no, he's done. Mm-hmm. But you got Richard Prograis up there as well. Don't discount. Regis Prograis.
He's number 9. So
Barbosa Jr.
I think there's Hiroki in it.
Just going through the list now. There's some monsters in here.
Yeah.
It's such a hot division, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely blazing. And we need these big, massive fights to happen, and they've got to happen soon.
Sander Martin is on Haney's list. I think he's the mandatory to fight, isn't he? Next. He's got a good resume. Adam Azim is our own UK one coming up the list, is unbeaten as well, although I think he's a little bit away. Dalton Smith is coming up as well, Sheffield fighter. And obviously Jack Catterall is the one we like, who I think is ready to step in that because of his age and things. He's at his sort of prime level now. And Paro might be one of those that steps in. Yeah, he's a Kazakh fighter as well, isn't there?
Gary Russell
was in there as well.
Gary Russell as well. He's another knockout artist.
US coming up.
17 knockouts. Like I say, it's such a stacked division that, I mean, you look at Devin Haney, he got beat. He's still one of the number one in the.
Well, obviously, a man was a bit overweight and may had a bit more juice than like that. So let's ignore that one. But to be fair, he gave a really good account of himself.
Yeah, and I just think
his performance against Prograis.
This division
raved.
Needs some big fights in it now.
Well, I think they're going to make them, isn't it? Because who else they're going to fight? And then there's a lot of up-and-coming ones as well.
This is a good start, Liam Paro versus...
Yeah, he's number 10 against number 1 rank on
Matias.
rank.
And that's what you want. You want the top 10s scrapping with each other now. Especially if you want to win more world titles, unified divisions, have them big fights, them big paydays.
Well, I think for any of them to call themselves the man of the division, isn't it? To be the one in the division, you've got to step up and have the fights, isn't it? And that's the good thing I like this with the Saudi pushing with other things. There is that push to get these fights made. And there's some, whatever way there's a load of interesting fights there, different styles, different things. You've got the big puncher, you got the skill guy, you got the guy who's got a bit of skill and a bit of punch, and you got Isaac Cruz, who's like the relentless, forward pusher, has got power, has got skill, is basically he's relentless, isn't he? And I really like his style as well. Any of them would be worth watching and got good style. And then you've got the other ones behind him coming up, isn't it? And then
I'm excited with Matias. He excites me.
I'm excited to see this fight.
He excites me. He does excite me. I like him. Eddie Hearn raves about him, but I think like Eddie Hearn has said as well, this is his moment.
He's got to step on Ben.
He's got to grab
a tough fight.
Got to grab it.
Yeah.
Paro.
I think he's just got to give a good. Well, obviously, if he wins, it's epic for him.
It's not.
He's in that competition.
It's a 60.
And if he puts a good, I think if he puts a good performance on and manages to acquit himself,
they'll really
it's
fancy
on the
it.
ridge. Yeah,
they'll really fancy it.
Australians are tough, isn't it? We see how we'll find out how tough. I don't know that much about him. So.
He's an undefeated fighter. He doesn't know how to lose. They're always hard
and we
to
know
beat.
That with the Australian lot.
But he'll give. I think
it'll be a good fight, but I think Matias has just got a bit too much. Subriel is
first fight in Puerto Rico for Matchroom as well, innit?
And he's at home, so yeah, it's just going to have that added bit of
I just
sport's
think,
mainly going to be
I
on his
just think
side.
he can.
Although the Aussies like to travel, so they will be.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, I think Paro, if he puts a good account of himself, it's not going to do his career any harm.
I don't.
And obviously, if he wins, it's epic. So, what are your thoughts? What do you think?
I think there's already most probably a fight lined up for Matias if he wins. And if.
But he is avoided, so the others.
He is avoided.
I think at some point they're going to have to come round.
Yeah,
to it,
but don't forget Eddie Hearn's got a few fighters in his stable at that weight. It's not going to be hard.
Well, I think there's plenty of fights there, isn't it? Like we said, there's a load. Even if he can't get to top three, the other ones in the top four,
it's not going to be hard for him to make.
There's a lot of upcoming, like you said, Gary Russell, isn't it? There's other people, Catrell, there's Barbosa, there's the Japanese guy Hirioki, there's Claggett, there's a Canadian, although he's lost a few and he's getting towards the end, but he's number 7 rated. You got Jose Ramirez and Richards and Hitchens, who I don't know, but he's got an 18-0 record. Ramirez I've seen as well, so they've all got.
Yeah,
there's a lot of fighters and a lot like in that prime age. There's only a few. Like Claggett's a bit over, but the others are all in that coming up. There's a Kazakh guy as well. They're usually pretty tough, and he's got 28-0 fighting out of Florida. I don't think it's going to be that. And then you've got our up and coming ones ourselves. Sander Martin is highly rated in that. Delgado, the Mexican fighter, that's a loaded, because it's Jermaine Ortiz, everybody's gone on. He's only 22 on this list. So.
I've just written down my prediction there.
Okay, go on. What are we going for?
I didn't think I was going to write that. Matias 7th round KO.
Okay. Did I say it before or did I say
No, you haven't said
I haven't said, yeah. Matias 8th round KO.
Listen to it.
Because I want to see enough rounds of fighting, isn't it? I would go I think Australians are tough to get out, so I think it's going to go a bit longer.
Yeah, they are, and like I say, Paro, I think he'll be in.
And Matias isn't just a one punch guy.
He's not.
He's a wear you down.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's retirements and things. It's the accumulation of
both
cumulative
guys
effect.
Are going to be well up for this fight, I think.
Yeah. And I think Paro does have a bit of skill. From
he does, definitely. And like I say, they're going to be well up for it. They're going to want to go there, cause a massive. Aussies love nothing more than causing a shock, don't they?
They are like the
honestly, especially on away soil.
Yeah.
They love it.
Well, he's going to be huge in Australia. If he's not, he's going to be big already. But if he gets a world title, we've seen it with the Cambosis. What happens?
I mean, the Aussies, when they get behind someone,
yeah, they're good support.
They match the UK fans.
Yeah.
They really do.
Similar to that.
And he wins a world title and gets fight over in.
He'll get fighting Oz then or somewhere else.
Was he from Queensland? I think he's from, isn't it? Gets fights over there.
You're going to sell it. It's going to be like the Loma and Campos. It'll be sold out.
Devin Haney will be go over
Devin
there
Haney, we're gonna
again.
have to go with it.
Just,
Devin Haney did well over there, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, then he's in that conversation for those fights. Either of them wins, they're going to get good fights. But I just think this is for Paro, a slight step too far.
Yeah.
Because you're in Matias'
Well,
backyard.
this, like I say, this is
a
Matias.
very dangerous guy. He's got to make a statement.
A big fight for him.
Yeah,
he's
got more to lose because I
Yeah.
think Paro either way around it's a really good step.
I don't think
we'll see where
Matias
he is in that list.
He's not fighting an elite fighter, but this could.
But it's a potentially elite fighter, a potentially world class.
Yeah, but no, this fight could take him to the elite status of them. Them other fighters that we've just been talking about.
Yeah.
And especially if he does a demolition job on him.
Yeah, I think it's for him to make a statement, and he's going to be at home. It's a home fan statement. You would expect him to be,
Yeah, I look forward to it.
put that on. So yeah, you've written them down, haven't you? You got
Yeah.
7th, and I've got 8th KO. Okay,
Better be the 7th.
but yeah, looking forward to it, really.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it. I think
it's going to be a good fight there. So I do, and I reckon Paro might cause him a few little issues in a couple of the rounds.
Yeah, I suspect that as well. I think he
don't
can
just.
give them-
It sounds like we're just writing him off completely. Don't, because he's going to give a good.
Yeah. Well, we picked up the Aussies fighters in it, so
He'll give a
and
good
he's an
account of
unbeaten guy.
himself.
He hasn't tasted that defeat. I think it's just a little bit of a step too far, but I think it's a good experience for his journey and his age. I think he's got time afterwards.
Yeah, but definitely.
Because depending on how he outfits himself, that doesn't mean he couldn't have put up a good fight with some of the other three, the other champions and other contenders in that. Because there's a lot of good fights in there.
And it's that classic saying, styles make fights.
Yeah. I think this is just Europe against the style where he's
Yeah.
going to have a bit more of an issue than he might have against some of the others.
So yeah, it'll be good.
But yeah, hopefully it'll be a really good fight. And yeah, so
Very
let us know
good.
what you think. We've given our predictions in the comments. Let us know what you think.
You Australians,
Yeah. Do you just want to big up your fighter?
do you want to rip us apart and tell us we're wrong?
Yeah.
Do so.
More than happy to hear it. We'll take it into account.
But-
and then the usual like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.